Hello and welcome to my channel, Bible Flockbox. This is the third in a series of videos I'm doing about Christmas. I'll leave a link in the upper left-hand corner of the screen to part 1 if you'd like to watch it from the beginning, and in the upper right-hand corner to part 4 once I post it. In this video, I'm going to be talking about the origin of the Christmas tree, and should Christians have Christmas trees in their home? Many people have wondered if Jeremiah chapter 10 talks about the Christmas tree and therefore condemns it. It reads, "For the customs of the people are vain, for one cutteth a tree out of the forest, the work of the hands of the workman, with the axe. They deck it with silver and with gold. They fasten it with nails and with hammers, that it move not. They are upright as the palm tree, but speak not. They must needs be born, because they cannot go. Be not afraid of them, for they cannot do evil, neither also is it in them to do good." There are a number of people that believe this has to do with cutting a tree down and decorating it, as is the case with the modern Christmas tree. But to be honest, that is not the case here. This is actually talking about making a wooden idol. Verse 3 is the indication for that. It talks about cutting the tree down and then working it with the axe. However, axe can also be translated as chisel. For instance, verse 3 in the NIV puts it this way, "For the practices of the people are worthless. They cut a tree out of the forest, and a craftsman shapes it with his chisel." Jeremiah is not condemning Christmas trees. He is condemning idolatry. The trees in Jeremiah 10 are cut down to carve them into worthless idols that will later be decorated with gold and silver. Jeremiah says nothing about Christmas trees. That custom originated in Northern Europe. Before I get into that though, I want to mention some pagan celebrations using tree branches which may have had something in common with the development of the Christmas tree. For example, the ancient Egyptians worshipped a god called Ra, who had the head of a hawk and wore the sun as a blazing disc in his crown. As the Winter Solstice approached, which was around December the 21st or 22nd, the days were at their shortest. This was a sign to the Egyptians that Ra was ill. At the winter solstice, it was believed Ra began to recover from his illness because the days started becoming longer. Therefore, the Egyptians filled their homes with green palm rushes, which symbolized for them the triumph of life over death. Early Romans marked the solstice with a feast called Saturnalia, in honor of Saturn, the god of agriculture. The Romans knew that the solstice meant that soon farms and orchards would be green and fruitful. To mark the occasion, they decorated their homes and temples with evergreen boughs. In Northern Europe, the mysterious Druids, the priests of the ancient Celts, also decorated their temples with evergreen boughs as a symbol of everlasting life. And the Vikings of Scandinavia thought that evergreens were the special plant of the sun god Balder. However, the first documented use of an actual tree at Christmas and New Year celebrations is in the town square of Riga, the capital of Latvia, in the year 1510. In the square, there is a plaque which is engraved with the first New Year's tree in Riga in 1510, in 8 languages. The tree might have been a paradise tree. A paradise tree was used in place to represent the Garden of Eden. Not much is known about the tree, apart from that it was attended by men wearing black hats, and that after the ceremony, they burnt the tree. The first person to bring a Christmas tree into a house in the way we know it today may have been the 16th century German preacher Martin Luther. A story is told that one night before Christmas he was walking through the forest and looked up to see the stars shining through the tree branches. It was so beautiful that he went home and told his children that it reminded him of Jesus, who left the stars of heaven to come to earth at Christmas. In Germany, the first Christmas trees were decorated with edible things, such as gingerbread and gold-covered apples. Then glassmakers made special small ornaments similar to some of the decorations used today. And it was German settlers of Pennsylvania which were the first ones to display a Christmas tree in America. The first record of one being displayed was in the 1830s. However, even into the 1840s, Christmas trees were seen as pagan symbols and not accepted by most Americans. But in 1846 that changed. The popular royals Queen Victoria and her German Prince Albert were sketched in the Illustrated London News standing with their children around a Christmas tree. Unlike the previous royal family, Victoria was very popular with her subjects, and what was done at court immediately became fashionable not only in Britain, but with fashion-conscious East Coast American society. The Christmas tree had arrived. The Bible doesn't condemn the use of a Christmas tree. Pagans adorn their homes and temples with tree branches during the winter solstice to celebrate their sun god, and the first use of an actual Christmas tree in the home may have started with Protestant reformer Martin Luther. Then, the German immigrants brought this practice with them to America, where it later caught on. So, that brings me to the question, should Christians have Christmas trees in their homes? I don't see anything wrong with it, personally, and I'm a pretty conservative Christian. In my opinion, a tree is a plant, and if you want to have a plant in your home and decorate it, that's your business. There's no sin in that, as long as you don't bow down before it and worship it. So what if pagans did something kind of similar first? We have different motives, and that makes a world of difference. That's my opinion on the matter. There is more history to this, by the way, and if you would like to learn more about it, I have included links to all of my sources in the description box. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel, and stay tuned because part 4 is soon to come, and I will be talking about gift giving. You don't want to miss that. Also, feel free to like me on Facebook. I share more content there and read and respond to messages on there more than on YouTube because they're easier to keep track of. God bless.